So, the lesson we are going to be reviewing today is five nouns about business dinners. So, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And before we actually start, I want to give you guys a few comments about. Hello? So, a few comments about, today's lesson. Just please be careful with being in a place that has good internet connection. Also, please make sure, I will really appreciate if you guys can participate and let me know if you have any questions. Let's begin. Thank you all for being here tonight. So, we're going to start the lesson by discussing this warm up game, which is, just answering a short question, which is how do you invite your business partner to dinner? So, is there a particular way that you guys do it? What would you say? How would you do it? You know. So, how do you invite your business partner to dinner? Just, to have a casual business dinner. What would you guys say? What would you guys do? Um, you know, any thoughts? Maybe you could say like, "Hey, would you like to come to dinner sometime this week?" Or maybe you can say like, "Do you have any preference where you want to come?" Um, you know, any thoughts? Okay, I would like to come home for dinner. Okay, okay, okay. So you like to go home for dinner. Good. Just be careful. Dinner is with Okay, thank you, Gok. Anybody else? Okay, well normally you could say that. Like, are you free on Friday? Would you like to come to such and such restaurant for dinner? Maybe we can discuss some um, you know, we can we can further discuss the agreement that we're about to do, or we can discuss the terms of the service, or you know, just anything. So okay, well, okay, yes, Song, would you like to have dinner with me tonight? That sounds good. um that would be the first approach. Or you can say that, or you can say like, are you free tonight or this week, sometime this week, to so we can have dinner together and discuss some, you know and you can say like, do you once he or she says like yes, you can say like, do you have any preference as to where we should go? Okay, excellent. Thank you, guys. So right now we are going to learn slash review five nouns that are important in this topic. Those are invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, and politeness. So, first, as we normally do with these words, we are going to review the spelling and the pronunciation. And then, we are going to go along and discuss a little bit what do each word mean. So, um, the first word is invitation. Invitation. And invitation and preparation, they have the same ending. Anytime you have like shin, normally it ends with like tion, so that's easy. And then we have invite, and prepare. Invitation, preparation. Okay, so invitation, pretty straightforward. You have like an A in the middle that it's pronounced like an A. So invitation and preparation. Preparation. Okay? It's EAA, preparation. And then invitation is IA. Normally we can get confused a little bit about the vowels and how they're pronounced, but it's IIA and EAA. So then we have preference, preference, preference. We have a silent E at the end. Preference. It ends with an S, even though it's pronounced like an S, but it's like CE. And then we have it has four E's, so it's PREFERENCE. So preference, all the vowels are E's, so it's easy to remember. So we have invitation, preparation, preference, and then we have discussion. Discussion, well, we have discussion, we have double S. Disc discussion. Even though it's like it's not TION, it's SSION, discussion. Okay? And politeness, it has a double S as well. Politeness. It has a silent E. Politeness. It comes from the word polite. So polite and then ness. You don't eliminate any words. You do not. So now, you guys, it's your turn to read the words out loud. So it's invitation, invitation. Then we have preparation, preparation. Then we have preference, preference, discussion, and politeness. Okay, any questions about these? And yes, Ngok, do you have any plans tonight? Just tonight is one word. Be careful with that. It's tonight. And would you like to have dinner with me? Dinner, normally it's with double N. So it's dinner. And DINNER. But excellent. Thank you. So, any questions about spelling or pronunciation of these words? Okay, then let's move on to you know, to understand each word's definition. So the first word we have, it's invitation. Remember, we're talking about nouns. So we have invitation, which is a spoken or written request to somebody to do something or to go somewhere. So normally we have, like, for example, wedding invitation. We have party, like birthday parties invitation. We have like graduation invitations. We have different types of invitations, but normally it's even, when people tell you like, oh, I would like for you to come to dinner to my house or to the restaurant this evening or next week, that's an invitation. It can be spoken, it can be written. Um, Normally, they invite you to go somewhere, and also people can invite you to do something. For example, um, you know, I'm inviting everyone so we can go to the lake next week. That's an invitation as well. So, or I'm inviting everyone to donate money for the poor. So that's it. That's an invitation as well. And there we have like a written invitation, like an example of kind of like it seems like a wedding or a party, you know. I can see it quite well, but it's an invitation. It says you are invited. So, yes, that's invitation. Then we have preparation, another noun, and it means the act or process of getting ready for something or making something ready. So, normally when we prepare for something or we are in the preparation of something, then well, if we're preparing for a party, well, we make sure we bought all the ingredients for the meal. Like we have drinks, we set the table maybe, like, so we don't have to do that the last minute. We set a maybe a tablecloth, maybe something like a centerpiece. We make sure we're ready. So when our guests come, if it's the restaurant, if we're hosting, at our own house. If we're going to the restaurant, maybe we call and make a reservation so they have everything ready. Maybe, for example, if it's a party, well, we choose the menu. We so all the things that we have to do in order for the event to be prepared. That's like preparation. That's part of the preparation. Normally, when you host or when you prepare an event, it's a lot of work and it involves a lot of preparation. So, it's just getting ready for something. And yes, Ngok, I'm going to have an invitation to my boss's daughter wedding party tomorrow. Oh, nice. Yes, that's great. Yes, that's wonderful. So, normally you would say like I have an invitation to my boss's daughter wedding party tomorrow, or I'm going to give an invitation, unless they're going to give you the invitation later. But good. So the next one is thank you so much for sharing that. So the next one is preference. So preference is normally when we have like two or more choices, we can or cannot have a preference towards one of them. A preference is a greater interest in or desire for somebody or something than somebody or something else. So, for example, if they give you two choices, it can be choices of anything, choices of seating, choices of meals, like choices of like songs. I have a preference to eat steak over chicken, or I have a preference to drink Coke over Sprite. I have a preference to sit at this side of the table than this side. So I have a preference to talk to you over him. I mean, I don't know. Just preference is you like or you are interested more in one thing over another. Okay? So that's why you have like two people like showing thumbs up. That means like, yes, I like that. So, okay, the next one is a discussion. So, a discussion is the process of, you know, discussing somebody or something. Normally, well, at least over here, when we hear discussion, normally it has a bad connotation, but discussion doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Sometimes we discuss, like, okay, I think this, what do you think? I think this. You just have a conversation over a particular topic. So, normally discussion is like, you think, or it might involve yelling and disagreement and things like that, but it's not always the case. So it can mean the process of, just talking about something, a conversation. So, you know, that's why people, so one is talking and the other two people are just watching. And politeness is, it's a noun and it's just good manners and respect for the feelings of others. So normally when you're polite, when you have politeness, then, what it means is like, for example, if the other one makes a comment that you are not quite sure about that, or you disagree or something like that, you're not going to be rude about it, you're not going to be disrespectful, you're just going to kind of like play it cool. So um, we have invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, and politeness. So all of them are nouns. And now we have a short exercise. You're supposed to match the pictures with the words that you have learned and comment your answers. So, remember we talked about it. We have five nouns. We have invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, and politeness. So, number one, is it invitation? Is it preparation? Is it preference, discussion, or politeness? Remember, invitation is a spoken, like, I want you to come to this, a spoken. Preparation is to set up everything to be ready. Preference is like, I want this over these. Discussion is to talk about something. And politeness is to respect and have good manners. So, one, two, or three. Please comment. One is preparation. Two, discussion. Three, invitation, or so on and so forth. Come on, guys. Please. Are you guys thinking? So, number one, what would it be? Okay, thank you, Lynn. Politeness, preparation, and discussion. Anybody else? Come on. Who else is out there? Let me know. Okay, thank you, Toy. Mm-hmm. Anyone else? 10 seconds. Ready? Set. Okay, thank you, Dong. I agree with Len. Excellent. Okay, let's see the answers. I like your attitude. Okay, thank you, Ngok. Let's see. And well, you guys are right. So the first one is indeed politeness. The second one is preparation, and the third one is discussion. Politeness is, having good manners and just, being respectful about them. Preparation is to set everything ready to host a meal or to have a meal or to have an event. And discussion is, just talking about something. So, okay, well, now you're going to learn how to use nouns. Remember, nouns can be used as subjects, objects, complements of a verb, object of a preposition, or noun modifiers. In this case, we're going to focus on nouns being used as objects. That means they are used, after the verb normally, and yes, they have to be nouns such as invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, and politeness. All of them are nouns. So in this case, she is the subject. Turn down, that's the verb or the phrasal verb, and his invitation, that's the object. So remember, you have the subject, the verb, and the object. Subject, we. Verb, where. And then object, busy with wedding preparations. Then subject I. Verb don't have. Object a particular preference. And then we have it has been under discussion and he answered with politeness. So can you guys give me some other examples? Remember, it's subject, verb, and object. That's like kind of like the structure. And remember, we are using the nouns as objects. So for example, you could say like am I have a preference to today. You can say today I have a preference to go to this restaurant. Okay, I am a teacher. Uh-huh, good. Yes. Good, thank you, Tong. Teacher would be the object. Good. And what about with any of these words that we've been practicing? Invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, or politeness? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, let's see if this rings a bell. Now you're supposed to fill in, okay, likes my son likes chicken fried chicken or fried chicken. Okay, good. My son likes fried chicken. Okay. Chicken. Good. I usually have a discussion with my team every Monday morning. Excellent. Thank you, Ngok. That's great. Good. Excellent. So, my boss said my preference for the project was perfect, my preparation for the project was perfect, or my invitation for the project was perfect. You're supposed to fill in the blanks. The second one is Lily sent me a polite letter thanking me for my preference, for my preparation, for my invitation. And number three, these investors had a preference for securities rather than bank deposits. These investors had a preparation for securities or a invitation for securities. So, okay, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ngok. Okay. And what about number three? Anybody else? Preference, preparation, invitation. Okay, excellent. Anybody else? You all agree with, okay, thank you, Toy. Okay, thank you, Tuong. Good, good, great. So, indeed, you all are right. Indeed, the right answers are my boss said my preparation for the project was perfect, or I nailed it. Lily sent me a polite letter thanking me for my invitation, and these investors had a preference for securities rather than bank deposits. Yes, great job, guys. Thank you. So now we're playing a short game. Each mysterious box has a word. You're supposed to listen to me read the definition of a word and comment the word that matches with definition. So, are you guys ready? I'm going to read two definitions and you guys are going to tell me which word I'm talking about, okay? So, the first word is the process of discussing somebody or something, or a conversation about somebody or something. Okay? So, again, let me read the definition one more time and think if I'm talking about invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, or politeness. So, the process of discussing something or somebody, a conversation about something or somebody. So, is it invitation? Is it preparation? Is it preference, discussion, or politeness? Okay, thank you, Ngok. Good job. Anybody else? Okay, thank you, Lynn. Anyone else? Do you all agree with these? Okay. No? Okay. So the second one is let's begin. Good manners and respect for the feelings of others. Good manners and respect for the feelings of others. So is it invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, or politeness? Good manners and respect for the feelings of others. What would it be? Hmm. Okay, thank you, Lynn. Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Toy. Anyone else? Okay, let's see. Drum roll. So, indeed, the first one is discussion. Thank you, Ngok. So, the first one is discussion, the process of discussing something or somebody, or just a conversation about something or somebody. And the second one is politeness, which means good manners and respect for the feelings of others. Yay! So now we have another game. You're supposed to rearrange the sentences to complete the conversation and comment your answers. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, etc. So let me read these. Okay, we'll have a discussion about that later. I received your invitation in all politeness. Thanks for inviting me. Can you come and help me with the preparations? Sure. And about the food, I have a preference for sweet food over spicy. So is it? Let me read them one more time. Okay, we'll have a discussion about that later. I received your invitation in all politeness. Thanks for inviting me. Can you come and help me with the preparations? Sure. And about the food, I have a preference for sweet food over spicy. Okay. Thank you, Tway. Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Lynn. Go ahead. Thank you, Ngok. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, no. Okay, let me read these. So, one more time. Okay, we'll have a discussion about that later. I received your invitation in all politeness. Thanks for inviting me. Can you come and help me with preparations? Sure. And about the food, I have a preference for sweet food over spicy. So, drum roll. And you guys are all correct. Yes, thank you. I received your invitation in all politeness. Thank you for inviting me. Can you come and help me with preparations? Of course. And about the food, I have a preference for sweet food over spicy. Okay, we'll have a discussion about that later. So, yes, great job, guys. Thank you. And well, before we wrap up the lesson, I don't know if do you guys have any questions, anything to say? Um, you know, questions? No? Yes, maybe. Okay. Well, to wrap up the lesson, remember, these these words are part of the vocabulary about business dinners. So remember, anytime you want to have a business dinner, remember, you have to be very polite or have a lot of politeness. You have to have you have to ask the other party or the other person if they have a preference in doing something over something. You have to prepare everything really, prepare everything. You have to invite the other person, of course, and you have a nice discussion about something. All of these are in the noun form, so we have invitation, preparation, preference, discussion, and politeness. And we are using these nouns as objects. For example, we were busy with wedding preparations. I don't have a particular preference. It has been under discussion, and he answered with politeness. And now you're supposed to make 5 sentences with the words below and practice speaking them at home. Um, Now, what you're asking me about preference has a meaning with priority. Preference, it means you like one better than another one. For example, I pref it it's related, or it comes from the verb prefer. So, for example, if you say like I prefer chicken over steak, that means that I don't want steak that much. I want chicken. It is related with priority, but somewhat. So preference is more like I prefer, or but if you say like I'm giving him preference over you, that means that I'm giving him priority. So yes, they're somewhat related. Was I clear, or do you want me to explain further? Yes, maybe, no. Yes, for example, if you say like I have a preference for chicken, that means like okay, good, excellent. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for your questions, for your likes, for being here tonight, for your participation. I hope to see you guys soon. Have a wonderful um evening and take care. And yes, we're going to have a discussion about the coronavirus. Yes, that's you